I feel shit about this social experiment that I tried. How many years ago was it?
Commencing transformation.
I've been busy, I'm not gonna lie. Really busy. My beautiful big red-headed. I think it had to have been maybe at least 10 years. Maybe 10 years. Let's get on with this video because some of y'all are gonna look down on me for this, and I really don't care. About 10 years ago, right, I ended up doing a little social experiment because I couldn't figure out if I was ugly or when I was a virgin, and this was when I was a virgin. Hadn't lost my virginity yet. I did a little social experiment to see if it was really me or if it was the virginity status. So back before I lost my virginity, people used to look at me, women used to look at me and didn't want to date me, didn't want to be with me, and that was when I was looking for validation outside of myself. Well, some women would look at me, girls, whatever, at that time in my life, and they would see me and either label me as JF is either gay or he's still a virgin. And most of the time, they would say, well, I don't think you're gay, so you must be a virgin. I don't want to date you. Well, long story short, I ended up doing a little social experiment. I was on the old things, the old social platforms like Plenty of Fish, and I could never get anybody to talk to me. I would send messages and would never get nothing back. Well, I ended up doing another profile with, at that time, was a friend of mine, ripped, like straight up, like I don't think the man ate a day in his life, only just sat around and drank water, and would always either be in the gym, whatever. I asked him if I could use his pictures for a social experiment, and he's like, yeah, sure, why not? So I ended up creating another Plenty of Fish account, completely different username. The only difference was different username and different pictures. Well, my about stayed the same, talking about I'm a virgin, I'm saving myself for the right person, and went to some of the same people, found the same profiles of the same people that I sent messages to, sent them messages, and not even 10-15 minutes later, I get a message back on the Catfish account. And long story short, I even went into talking about how I was like, I'm still a virgin, I'm saving myself for the right person, and the Catfish account actually got more messages and more hits of girls wanting to be in a relationship with somebody who was more fit than I was at the time and was a virgin, even though, anyways, all I can say is, long story short, girls are shallow as You have an average guy, an average dude who says that he's a virgin. No messages. No reactions. Nothing in the form that would show you that they'd be interested in you. And the fact that I got into full-on conversations with these girls, I literally led them on. And they were begging me to be in a relationship with them under the catfish account. Well, I ended up breaking the news to them. I said, "You've seen my profile before." And they were like, "What? What do you mean? I haven't talked to you before until now." I said, "I'm the same guy. I'm literally catfishing you right now." I sent them a link to my actual profile. And I straight up called them out on being shallow. You'll go after a guy that's fit and a virgin, but you won't go after a guy that's average and a virgin. So that made me what exactly? After I did said social experiment, I started seeing all of these red flags from people, from all these women and girls on social media. So I also then went on Reddit. I think it was Reddit at the time. And I put a call for red flags on social media. Well, I went and got the information that I got from social media and also read articles about what women claim to be a red flag. So, examples on the top comments and messages from girls and women: if he has a dick, that in of itself is a red flag. Those same commenters that said that claim to be 100% straight, but we're looking for a man. Well, if he has a dick and that's a red flag, then are you sure you're not gay? Anyways, if his body count is low, that is a red flag. How is that a red flag? It's okay for men to be whores, but not okay for women to be whores? I don't understand how that's a red flag. If he's a virgin after 25, big red flag. Why? It just means he's not trying to just give it up to anybody. He doesn't want to be a whore. See, I had one that said, when the dating profile or dating bio says, "I'm looking for a woman." Wait, hold on. Oh, when his bio says, "I'm looking for a woman with a sense of humor," he means I'm going to tell you misogynistic jokes and expect you to laugh. And I commented back, I said, "No, he probably has a sick sense of humor, and half the time it's probably dry, and he's trying to get you to laugh. In my personal opinion, my humor is dry sometimes. I would still be looking for a full-time gig of being a comedian if I were funny. Just because some dudes have said misogynistic jokes to you in the past doesn't mean that every man is going to do that." And what I was trying to say is that sometimes jokes aren't always misogynistic. They just take it that way. Not here for hookups 100% means he's here for hookups. Not true. Some people want a girl to see that they're not there for hookups because most women put that same shit in their bios. If you don't have it on your profile, chances are he ain't looking for you, to be blunt about it. When they go on rants about how every woman has done them wrong. Yeah, that could be a red flag sometimes. In my past, and this is my comment, I will only ever do this if you ever pressure me into telling you. And after a few of you have done this, I don't get it. Why does it matter? You probably do this silently about how all guys have wronged you and treat him like shit because you believe he's just like everyone else. And so you end up losing a great guy, and then he goes on to the next girl thinking that she's just going to be like the last. That's why we can't ever get anywhere, because every last person thinks the last is going to be just like the last. If he still lives with his parents, that was one. And my comment was, now I can understand that you need your privacy with him, but there's one or two things on this so-called red flag. Let's look at the pandemic. Most people lost their jobs and livelihoods as well as their houses and had to move back in with their parents. Some people's parents are disabled and can't work, and their mothers can't do any really heavy lifting. Granted, men don't have to live with their parents for this. They just go over whenever their parents need help. I said there could be many different reasons as to why he's living with his parents. He could be saving up for a good chunk of money to put down payment on a house. You never know, because you would rather him be stuck in an apartment paying 3 times more than a mortgage payment where he can't save to buy his own house. At least he's trying to do the right way instead of suffering like the rest of y'all. I think I've said enough of this. As always, some of the things that I get into and things that I have been into in life. As always, Facebook watch, like and follow the page if you haven't already. YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon. Change the notification bell to all. You'll be notified 30 minutes before I post a new video on both platforms. Comment, react, share, and I'll see you on the next one.